Alright, hi everybody. I'm gonna turn on this other light real quick. Yeah, welcome back to Smirking Gun. It's like 4:59 in the morning. I just finished watching the episode on Amazon, so I'm trying to be quiet and not wake up my entire family. The episode is season 6, episode 11 now? Yep. Sorry, I'm tired as hell right now. Knots Untie. I'm going to do a recap and a review just to get things out of control. I'm sorry, I always fiddle with my hair. What a great episode. This feels like people getting ready for war. This feels like it's gearing up for what's coming in the comic, or what, came in the comic, which was, like all out war. It's the preamble to war, which is the introduction of Hilltop. So, sorry everybody, full spoilers. If you haven't watched this damn thing, stop watching this, get the hell out of here, go watch it right now. I don't even know where to begin. Well, at the beginning. So, Jesus is, in Rick's house. Everybody's gunning for him. Carl's got a gun to his head. And, they basically finally, after a big, everybody's pointing guns at him, they finally have their little discussion about what they need to do. And in the very beginning, it's Abraham and Sasha talking. And there's a character from the comics that's not Sasha, that Abraham ends up cheating on Rosita with. God, I gotta stop fiddling with my head. Pick a position. Okay. Well, you can tell that Abraham and Sasha have a thing. And then after their little thing happened, moment happens where they're talking about their shifts. All of a sudden it flashes to Rosita and him in bed, and how sweet she is to him, and how she makes him a necklace out of this thing of an exploded cab, and he should be really happy, and he's playing it on. But and if you had a girl like Rosita, what would it take to get you to move on from that? I don't know. The heart wants what the heart wants, I guess. I just would never. I don't know. So anyway, getting back to the major storyline, they head out to Jesus's place, and they find this flipped over truck with a bunch of people that Jesus knows. And there's a building that they're all hiding out in, and you have to handcuff Jesus and make sure that he doesn't get away, and Maggie's got a gun on him. And they go in and they just quickly just rescue everybody, and Abraham though almost chokes this guy out and stabs him thinking he's a zombie. And that's kind of the major motif, or the underneath motif of the episode, is Abraham seeing things in a certain way, which is something I'm going to bring up in a little bit, because he has the best line in the episode where right before they get to that truck, he's looking at Glenn, putting his hand on Maggie's stomach, and he asks him, when you were pouring the batter, did you mean to make pancakes? Greatest way to say, are you trying to have kids ever, in the most subtle way without sounding completely like a sexist pig? But anyway, best line ever. And they're like, no, we're trying to build a future. Yeah. So that happens, and then the scene happens where he chokes this guy out, and the guy tells them, he overhears the guy say, when this guy was about to kill me, I saw my wife had died. And it's very moving to Abraham for some, because he lost his family. And so, anyway, after all this, they get stuck in the mud. They're at Hilltop. They've made it to the place in the comics, Hilltop. I can't believe we're there. So they get there. They open up the place. It's a little smaller scale than the comic, I believe. Who cares? And as soon as I saw the big plantation house, I was like, that's where the dickhead lives. Which is Xander Berkeley. Great actor. Perfect for playing the dickhead that made the deal with, So they get in there. They try to talk to this guy. He's telling him to go wash up. Rick's ready to rip his head off. Tells Maggie to, you need to be the first one to talk to him because because I can't. Because I'll rip, he doesn't say this, but he'd break this guy in half. And when she does talk to him, he basically, is masochistic and talks down to her and is basically like, well, if you stick around, I can make things happen for you. It's very sickening display. After this, some people come back from, being out there like Daryl and Rick and everybody else goes out on runs. Only 3 of them are back. And they've been attacked by Negan's men. Negan. And Rick and them are starting to say, yeah, we know a little bit about this, and they say that they've got one of their guys, and the only way they'll give him back is if they send this guy Gregory, Xander Berkeley's character, a message. And the message is they stab him in the gut. I really thought they were just going to kill him. You don't hire a guy like Xander Berkeley, though, and then just kill him. I mean, I guess you can in The Walking Dead, but just hire a guy like Xander Berkeley and not pay him for more than one episode, probably. So, not that they didn't do that in the Governor episodes. Never mind. So, sorry, it's now 5:06 in the morning. So, they get into this big heated fight. Rick ends up sticking this guy in the neck, right in front of everybody, even though he has a knife to his throat, and just gores this guy. They win the fight. And they end up it's a standoff. Jesus gets in the way. Man, I cannot get used to saying that, because every time it's Jesus gets in the way or Jesus saved him, and it's a weird religious crossover thing that never means to stand in my brain. But I digress. Still, this is a 5:07 me talking. So then Maggie talks to Gregory, who's not dead. They negotiate, and they basically take half of everything. They tell him that, you keep giving everything to Negan. We are fighters. We can take this fight to him. He agree, they agree. They're going out. They're going back to Alexandria. And this is where you feel the rumbles. And, they're all, Maggie and Glenn have this, ultrasound taken of their baby. And they're passing around the picture. And Abraham sees it. And he's all happy. And that's where it kind of ends. So the overall aspect of this is that, sorry, I went way out of frame. This really feels like, if you've read the comic, the preamble to All Out War, where once things hit, it's going to happen. And if you've seen the promo for next week, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. It's an even more bigger preamble to war. So, this episode, again, I'm not going to be like everybody else, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5, or I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up, or I'm going to give it, screw that noise. So, No Way Out got, 15 out of 15 to me. Last week got 10 out of 10. This one gets about 13 out of 13. another huge episode. This was not filler. This was huge things being found out, and huge impacts are about to happen. So, I can't wait for next week's episode. It is going to be fantastic. If I haven't covered everything that you want to cover, it's because now it's 5:09 in the morning and I'm trying to go to sleep so I can upload this while I'm sleeping. So, on behalf of my Walking Dead and other people's cast, we will see you next week for hopefully another fantastic episode of The Walking Dead. So, peace out, Girl Scout. It's time to go to bed. Bye.